The military once again looking to fatten up its wallet. Defense Secretary James Mattis has asked Congress for an additional $33 billion for what he claims are unfunded military needs. That's on top of the $603 billion that the president has already proposed for 2018. Secretary Mattis also claims the United States is, quote, not winning in Afghanistan right now. And cited that as a need for the increased funding. Today, however, the Government Accountability Office hit back and said the Department of Defense needs to better manage its finances. So does the Pentagon need a raise or a financial planner? The party panel is back, thank goodness. It's Kat Timpf, Kmele Foster, and Evan Siegfried. Evan, I will start with you. So let's say, hypothetically, we gave the Defense Department $1 trillion. We already give them $600 billion. If we gave them $1 trillion, would we be safer?
I don't think the money would be well spent. I think they do need a financial planner, because what they're doing right now is throwing good money after bad. The GAO report did highlight some instances of fiscal incompetence on their part. But the thing that really stood out about the GAO report to me was the GAO actually started telling the military how they should be engaging in military matters. In hotspots, they said, instead of sending special forces to deal with it, you should just send a whole bunch of ground troops and leave them there. That's a lot more American lives at risk, and that's not as effective as having a highly elite special forces team going in to take a surgical strike.
Now, the Government Accountability Office showing the inefficiency of government. All right, so Kmele, here we are still in Afghanistan.
15 years?
America's longest war. You know, this is a bloody and brutal conflict. Do we need more money in the Defense Department to win in Afghanistan? And what does winning in Afghanistan even mean at this point?
This was my next question. Please define win. I am not certain who it is we are chasing at this point. I don't know what a good outcome looks like. Normal in Afghanistan is certainly not any standard that is good for Americans. Before we pour in additional money, that is the conversation that needs to happen. And quite frankly, we have any number of conflicting foreign policy objectives, and more money is not going to help clarify those things.
And what about accountability for the Department of Defense? Is it possible to have civilians oversee and apply any accountability, or is that offensive?
Well, to many, it's very offensive. As soon as you start suggesting, hey, maybe you can spend your money better. Well, you don't care about, you love ISIS? Don't you? The threat of terror is real. Do you not know that it's real? They hate us. They hate us. And then everyone goes, I'm sorry. And then they're able to just spend as much money as they want, or else they go into the ISIS. And you know, of course it's real, but of course, you know what else is real is money, and you need to kind of treat it like that, because it's able to be stroked with emotions, fear, they can get as much money as they want.
Also jobs, because every weapon system, congressmen make sure that all these different components are built in all these different congressional districts, so it permanently
they keep making tanks.
So they can't.
They keep making tanks, and the military's like, we don't need tanks. Stop. But Congress is like, oh no.
If I even suggest cutting the military budget, I hear people say, well, if you don't like it here, you can just leave. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but how much is enough? I mean, that's like $1 trillion is an insane amount of money. Is that what people want? Do they want? What does it mean to rebuild the military? What does it mean to play us out?
Especially when you see that they're not spending their money well.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the questions here is what sort of bureaucracy do we actually see at the Pentagon? And the fact is that it is a sizable one. A significant proportion of the Pentagon budget goes to an army of paper pushers.
Patriotic, long-serving members of the military who love this country and they love their jobs, and they are the first to say that it is incredibly inefficient, and maybe we need to think some of the structures and not necessarily arming the warriors. You are so good to be here. And coming up as Obamacare, and I want to thank the panel. Woo! Evan, Kmele, and Kat. Look how luscious. There we go. As Obamacare continues to come apart at the seams, the president is pushing Republican senators to come up with a replacement. And wait till you hear how many counties could soon have one or no insurance options. Peter Suderman joins me to crunch the numbers. He's getting crunchy. Grab a spoon. He's next.